Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, I'm taking a little break from bourbon. I'm going for a Boulevardier tonight. You know why? Because somebody showed up and by the way, if you're just listening, you won't see what I'm wearing, but you should go check us out on YouTube at Birdies and Bourbon. I showed up in a stir fry open shirt. And the Korean in the house, she's like, hey, what's going on here? Why didn't I get invited? What's the take and what's the miss on this one? Yeah, so maybe I made it to Sweetens Cove this weekend. I didn't see you there, by the way. Were you in a group and you didn't tell me?
Exactly. Of course I was. You know I was.
Hey, what a great time. We'll talk a little more about the Stir Fry Open and the event at Sweetens Cove. Oh my God, was it a good time? I met some new friends. I think we have some new followers. We probably got some frenemies. I mean, there's lots of things going on there. So we'll see. We'll see how it. I don't know. I think we're losing followers as I speak. What I try to continue to do. However, it's a good thing that JT wasn't in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee this weekend, because I don't know if he would have contended. Some of the scores that got turned in at the Stir Fry Open, they were I don't want to say questionable, but they were low. They were low. And not nearly as low as Mito Pereira's low point today, and not his low score. Think he recovers? Think Mito recovers from this?
He didn't seem too concerned after the round. I mean, he was a little disappointed, but it seemed to me like he was more worried about going to get his another 9 hours of sleep. I'm playing golf. I'm making money. I'm good to go, man. That's what I got out of it, you know?
So, and understandably so, I'm not making light of this in any shape or form. So, I mean, he's definitely more versed than I'll probably ever be. And English is his second language, right? But the interview at the after the round with Amanda was it was awkward. It was a little awkward. I'm not saying Amanda was awkward, and I'm not saying he was awkward. It's just after what happened on 18, finishing with double bogey for a chance to win a major, right? I mean, Corn Ferry Tour, here I come. I'm contending. I'm winning the PGA Championship. And I'm making some history here. I think he would be the first Chilean to ever win a major. I could be totally wrong about that, but I think that allegedly he would be. And didn't get it done. Falters. And I don't know. I don't know where that takes him. I mean, you think he's going to be able to? Answer was waiting on him. Jocko was waiting on him. Seabass was waiting on him in the parking lot, and they're all kind of high-fiving him, grabbing ass, like going through the whole thing. I mean, they're ready and tuned up, and it's like, hey, it'll be okay, but I don't know. Is it going to be okay, or is this the last we see of Mito Pereira?
He would have been the third player from South America, I think, to win a championship. So a major. He's got a lot of years left, man. He's fine. He's fine. He'll shake it off. He's a great player. I mean, he just started to make a name on his tour last year and a half, 2 years. He'll be in great shape. Yeah.
So back to the congratulatory. I don't even want to congratulate because we're never going to hear the end of this shit. I mean, this Justin Thomas thing, man. I mean, how long are we going to ride this horse? What are we on, a 5-year drought? We're never going to hear the end of it. And I don't know. I'd be interested. So for those of you that are listening, leave a comment. What do you think about Justin Thomas winning? I totally can appreciate it, but I don't know. Are you glad that JT won it, or would you rather have? I would rather have Rory won it. I mean, I had lots of things going in Rory's direction. It looked good on Thursday. Didn't necessarily end the way that I thought it was going to, but I don't know. Is a JT win exciting to you, or is it like, hey, Spieth, where are you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a hey Spieth, where are you? It's a hey DJ, where are you? It's a hey Rory, where are you? For sure. I like JT overall. I think he may have some differing opinions, but he's definitely been controversial over the years. But he's a great player. I mean, I don't know, have we ever compared his career, what we expected to be, to who's come from before him? Who do you think he models?
Uh, I think he's a Aaron Rodgers. I think he is he's the in golf. I think he is the Aaron Rodgers of golf.
Hmm, hmm. I could see that. Great player. A couple titles, didn't really deliver in the majors, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's hard to win majors, but I didn't see him winning this one from behind. The course I thought was going to be tough going into Sunday. I didn't see him doing this backdoor finish like he and Rory both kind of going after today. But I mean, I'm not disappointed he won. I think JT's a great player. I think he's great for the sport. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely not my favorite Sunday.
Yeah, me either. What you think about the 3-hole playoff? What do you think about that?
There were three.
Well, only one of them counted. Let's put it like that.
No, I thought it was kind of cool. I like the 3-hole playoffs. They don't keep playing 18 over and over and over again. So that was cool because we've seen it so many times where they keep playing the same hole over and they play it 3 times in a row. Then they go to 17, they play that twice, and they go back to 18. And it's like, yeah, I like the 3-hole playoff. It makes it a little bit more diverse in terms of just the whole structure. And it was, I think you're probably going to get more finishes with the one playoff than you do with the 18-hole one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was I mean, I wasn't in, I was a little bit not interested really. I mean, number one, because I did play the Stir Fry Open. And I was like, I'm still so like geeked up over that thing, and or maybe I'm still drunk over that thing. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I don't, it's kind of like and then it's like Will Zalatoris, got great player, looking forward to him doing well, playing well, and I think he's going to be one that sticks around in the US, and he's not going to go to which I know we're going to get to in a second. He's not going to be heading to the Far East. And Justin Thomas, which, I mean, his dad's kneeling and he's crying and he's praying and he's doing all these things. And it's like, I mean, all that's cute, but it's like, I don't know, just I like Phil Mickelson's dramatizations better than I like Justin Thomas's. That's just me.
So you bring up a good point. So with JT, great player. I'm a fan. I like JT. I'm not a fan. He definitely doesn't.
The show likes it. The show likes it.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be controversial. Like Brooks loves being controversial. Phil kind of likes being controversial. They both kind of draw that. Patrick Reed likes being controversial, and they both kind of hype the game with that kind of buzz around it, right? And JT's not going to go down that path. He's gonna play the cool guy. I'm not ruffling feathers, and I'm gonna apologize for whatever I did wrong. I'm gonna keep marching on. I want to keep winning money and buying Lamborghinis and that kind of thing, right? So that's JT in a nutshell.
I don't want to call you out on this, but there was one event that happened, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I think he was absolutely controversial. Not intentional.
Right. But
And
the point
then,
being is like he apologized right
know,
afterwards, and I need to do better and all that kind of stuff. It takes all the Facebook headlines that we need to do better. We will do better. I'm gonna learn from this, all that kind of stuff. So, but no, again, yeah. But he's never gonna be a Brooks where he's like the bad guy out there, or a Bryson. He's not in that. He doesn't want to do that. He did get after Chuck on the Tiger Cast, but
I'm going to put a note into HR, and I'm going to ask if you can start apologizing for me.
Yeah.
Just as a it's like a disclaimer. By the way, if you get offended, Google reviews are accepted, or you don't even have to leave it on Google. You could just review it on the show. Just go down, click the button that most represents you, and leave a review.
Yeah, that's 100%. No, it's all good. Yeah, I think. Are you more excited that JT won, or were you hyped? Were you going into the playoff? Did you want Zalatoris to win, or did you want JT to win, or did you not care?
I was really hoping that Rory McIlory would make like some kind of like it's like astounding comeback and win. I didn't care. I mean, to be honest, I didn't. Well, so thinking about it now, in the moment, I didn't care. I didn't care which of them won. I think one of them is overinflated, and I think the other one is like extremely overinflated. And but one of them is younger, so I thought it would have been a lot cooler story for Willie Z to win
Yeah,
and to kind of get a what, second year on tour, I guess. Maybe we're longer than that, but I think it's second year. Um, and yeah, I mean, I thought it would have been cooler for him. I mean, it's like, hey man, I mean, you've been, for JT, it's like you've been here for a minute, like that. I mean, 5 years, you're on a drought, and I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not discounting that he can play better golf than I, and I'm
yeah.
not a professional, but
So
I mean,
over the last couple of years, like going into COVID, we kind of saw this changing of the guards, and it was we went from the Spieth Tiger kind of ruling the thing to Rory kind of ruling, and he's been a lot longer, but he's kind of the voice of golf now. And we had Bryson out there doing his thing, and Brooks was getting hurt during the COVID. He hasn't really been competing in the majors. And are we starting to see now a changing of the guards, if you will, and the Sam Burns and the Zalatorises and the Mitos and the Cameron Youngs and these guys, are they the new hot streak that we saw from who would I say, like the Brysons and them of the last 2 to 3 years? Are they taking over that, or is Bryson coming back and regain that title? Is there going to be a new it boy in golf that we didn't see coming, that's going to come pretty quick, like a Scheffler?
yeah, no, great question. By the way, I didn't see what Scottie Scheffler shot today. Did you happen to catch that?
Well, I watched the broadcast, but he didn't show him much on there. So let me take a look.
No, oh no, yeah, don't look too hard because it's going to be really hard to find him.
Yeah,
Really hard.
exactly. Well, he
You
didn't make
have
the
to go to
cut, did
front.
he? He didn't make the
You
cut.
have
That's
to
right.
you have to
Yeah,
go to
I
Friday.
sent you that thing a couple of days ago. You got me live. It's Sunday night. I'm tired, but no, he's one of the ones that didn't make the cut. Yeah,
Here's what I think is, I think it's going to be interesting that and I, whatever the live thing does, I don't know, who gives a fuck. I don't care. It does or it doesn't. I think there's plenty of talent out here, and I think there's plenty of talent that's going to stay here. I think what's interesting to me, to kind of get back to your question in a roundabout way, is yeah, I think I think it's a new wave, man. I mean,
yeah.
and we're gonna I'm gonna direct you into Tiger Woods, WD, makes the cut, but withdraws. So and let me table. What's this? Old fashioned, not the drink, but a pin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a pin on that and get back to that one. But yes, I absolutely think that there's a new wave of talent, and that's the reason the Live Tour is existing. And I'm not discounting the. So think about the Champions Tour, right? And think about the lack of money that's there. Well, let me rephrase that. Think about the Champions Tour compared to the Live Tour, and think about all the people that you've heard about who's going over there. Bubba Watson, maybe Adam Scott, definitely Phil Mickelson. I mean, who else is going? Louis O, maybe. I don't know. He does like his tractors and he likes Florida, so I don't know. That's a big commute, but maybe he does. Anyway, my point is, it's like you want to combat the Live Tour. You want to combat what's happening over there. Why don't you just totally spin that thing around and just start paying people, seven figures. I mean, I know why, because it's like, where's the money and what's the ROI and how do you get there? But I mean, I think it's. I mean, they're building a better Champions Tour, and you don't have to be over 50 to play it. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, let's just look at the top 20 real quick. Here's some names that I was talking about that I was not surprised to see: Cameron Young, Mito Pereira, Fitzpatrick, Hoge, Seamus Power, Cam Smith, Davis Riley, Max Homa, Talor Gooch, Sam Burns. All those guys in the top 20. Not surprising at all. All not household names. All not household names, though. Most people probably don't even know who those guys are. They just watch the majors.
Are you buying more Elijah Craig whiskey bourbon because Max Homa is now there? Ooh, and I saw who's the other guy. This is how random it is. I saw that they Elijah Craig just adopted another PGA Tour pro. I don't remember who it was. That's how like I don't know why you're spending money on this. Name a player, name a PGA professional that is sponsored by Eagle Rare.
Kokrak's all I know.
But I know because we drink bourbon. If I were a golfer, I don't know that I would know that. I mean, it's like the most it's to me, I mean, it's almost a waste of money. I don't know why that's an avenue, because when's the last time you saw Jason Kokrak do a commercial drinking Eagle Rare? Or like any publication.
I saw him doing one last year, I guess. Yeah.
Right. And can you tell me what was going on other than he might have been drinking Eagle Rare?
I think he was searching for Eagle Rare. Like he was doing like a picks and all that kind of thing. Yeah. It was fun. It was a fun commercial. I think I saw it on Twitter or something. Yeah.
So what you're saying is the bots found him and the bots said, wait a minute, we need this guy. Yeah. I don't understand the whole Anyway. All right, let's move on. Let's go to I mentioned it, I pinned it. Did I answer any of your questions, by the way? I hope I didn't.
No, you did. You said we are seeing a changing in the guard. And we just saw one kind of going into 2020 with some people that were really hot, and then we had, some of these guys just kind of come out of nowhere. And then now we're seeing the Schefflers and the Cam Smiths and all these guys. And I think we're seeing another change, and it's just, this is what we're going to see every 2 years. There's these new hot guys coming on, and then, more guys going to the Live Tour. I mean, that seems like what's going to happen, but I think, you did answer the question. So, yeah.
So this is a hot one. Should Tiger Woods should he be done? Should he stop playing golf? Because think about this. This was the PGA Championship. Tiger Woods, I think he's a 4-time winner. The last time the PGA Tour played an event at Southern Hills, he won the event, but he withdrew. I'm not saying that it wasn't a warranted withdrawal, but what I'm saying is to where you were kind of going, right? And is it a changing of the guard kind of thing? I don't know if that's PC or him or her these days, but he's taking up a spot. So however many spots do they have? Do they just need to reserve a spot for Tiger and let the other person in? Because think about all think about the dailies. Think about, I think, Ogilvy. We could go down the list, but think about and that one person could have the 1 week of their life, and it could put them in a position that is just beyond. And that one person will never be the marketing machine that Tiger Woods is. They will never be. There will never be another Tiger Woods, right? It's like, well, where's the next Michael Jordan? It's like, well, you're looking at him, and he's a golfer. But I think that when does? And I don't know that he does. I don't think I don't think the golf world will allow that to happen. But when does Tiger Woods become like hey? There's somebody else that needs to take the spotlight. Not spotlight, just take my spot, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to play around a golf. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish a tournament. Champions Tour, 3 days? Is it 3 days? That sounds really, really
Yeah.
good.
And golf carts if you need it. Right. So, um, yeah, I mean, I think it'll come. I think it's going to happen naturally. You know, he's out there trying, and I think everybody wanted to see him try and wanted to see him play. And he's made 2 cuts, and he's really struggled on the weekend with some pain. And he'll have to just reassess that. I think he probably is going to play he'll probably play at least the Open. He might play the U.S. Open as well this year. Um, but after that, I think in the winter, I think he reassesses what he wants to do, and he'll go from there. I don't think he wants to go out there making a fool of himself, which he's absolutely 100% not. He's making these cuts, right? But also, if he can't compete on the weekends, he's not going to continue to try. I don't think, unless he has some changes to his swing or whatever. And he might change his swing this winter. Something's going to happen there, but he won't go out there and continue to do what he's doing this year. I don't think that. I think this was a good success in terms of him being able to compete. But from for the full length of the tournament, he's probably a little disappointed in himself.
You should have saw me at the Stir Fry Open. No, I mean literally. I mean, like first. So we started on the 17th, and this is gonna be
one thing real quick, Cal. One thing real quick, ladies and gentlemen. On no other podcast will you get a Tiger Woods take that goes directly into the Stir Fry Open. It's only going to happen here.
I'll drink to that.
Now, tell me about your Stir Fry Open story. I want to hear this.
We started on hole number 7. I get paired. So Madamski, God bless his soul, or whoever blesses your soul. Madamski pairs me with this extremely nice lady, extremely nice young lady. And he reads it off, and he goes through the names. He's doing his spiel, and holy shit! I go over, I introduce myself, and she's like, "I've never heard of you before," and I'm like, "That's okay. Nobody else has either." And we rode around in the golf cart, and we played. I think we played 20. We may play 28 holes, and then at the end of the round, she's like, "Well, wait a minute. Why don't we go watch?" We didn't hit the ball the best. She hit it better than I did. But I think she's coming back for the member guest. I think the member guest, Summer and I, got a little thing going on here, and I think we're going to be able to maybe make something happen. I don't know. We'll see. But she's definitely playing better than I. But so I had the PXG driver in the back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Fucking horrible. I hit it. I don't know that the driver was bad. I hit a lot of good shots. Not with that driver. So we'll do I'll get a review out soon but that's the first time I'd ever played with it. And I just went cold turkey, like, hey, here we're going. I'm going to hit this one. We'll see how it goes. Fucking horrible, Dan. Horrible. I dead cocked it like 15 yards into the fescue from the first tee. And I'm like, oh shit, this sucks.
Oh boy.
But I birdied the next hole.
So all right.
So we got some good things going. Not with the PXG driver, by the way. But I did play with it all day, and I don't know. I've got mixed reviews on that one. Anyway, I know I got off topic there. I'm still talking about the stir fry. Hey, if you want any of these shirts, be sure to go check out I don't know, sweetenscove.com or sweetenscovegolfclub.com. I don't know. You'll find them on Instagram. It's and I don't work for them, by the way, and they're not paying me for this shit.
So what do you think? Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
No, you're up.
I was just gonna. So it sounds like you had a great time out there. Mixed reviews on the PXG, but we'll get a review on that. So back to, what do you think we see this time? Tiger's probably going to play the Open. What do you see from him next year?
Well, let's think about the predecessors. We may want to get the predecessors on a later show. I think he plays the Masters, and no, I think I think it's going to be too much work, man. How many millions of dollars or billions of dollars do you need to where it starts to become like, well, that's too much of an effort. I don't need to do that anymore. And I know I know he's getting fueled, right? And there's the, you know, it's well, let me ask you this. So think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it from a talent perspective. Like hitting the golf ball, he's okay. But getting to the golf ball is the challenge. So at what point do you just say, like, I mean, Phil Mickelson, look at Phil. Like, how do you, I mean, when you go from like, yeah, I'm not going to defend my championship. I mean, I think that's a really clear sign. No, I don't know if I mean, we'll see him at the Masters. And I think that could be it, man. I don't even know if we see him at the Open this year, which I was saving him as my one and done for the Open. I'm just kidding. I was saving Spieth as my one and done, but I think that's I don't know that. I mean, it's what do they say, is the squeeze worth the juice? And I don't think it. I mean, he ain't gonna break the record. Ain't gonna break the record, right? And even you can start arguing who was the best golfer of their lifetime. Well, the best golfer of all time, but I think you have to look at it in retrospect and say, like, who was, and I think that this is the way that things are going to start to progress, is who's the best golfer of like your genre, right? Of the years that you lived and you viewed. That's what's going to be relevant. It ain't going to be whatever the fuck somebody did back in 1910. Yeah, old Tom Morris. I mean, those are cute commercials, and everybody, we appreciate it, but nobody cares. I mean, nobody's playing with hickory and balata except for the persimmon prince. So, I mean, you just, yeah. I mean, I think that.
So does it go this way?
I think it's done.
So does it go this route? Does it say, you say he plays the Masters and the Open for the next several years, and then eventually just the Masters?
Oh, I think we're just Masters all the way.
Maybe this year the Open, okay. Does he play the U.S. Open this year?
I don't think so. But here's what. But the reason I say that, I don't think I mean, don't take a spot away from somebody that might be able to shine. And I'm not saying that Tiger couldn't get it. I mean, but yes, I am saying, like,
okay,
don't take a spot away from somebody that could start or begin a career in it, just to satisfy the fans. I mean, and because, I mean, I don't think people, I'm going to be very, well, I'll just say it. So, like, this is it's a working man's sport. And those people, unless you're on the bag, right, for the PGA Tour, it's a working man's sport for the actual golfer. And if you're taking a spot away from somebody that might project their career forward, then I don't think you should show up. And how many, I mean, I watched him in the pressers this week, and he said, I no, hey, absolutely, I have a chance to win this. Clearly, he had absolutely no chance to win it because he couldn't even make it to Sunday. I'm not dogging Tiger by any possibility. I'm just saying, if you can't make it to Sunday, then you got some injury things, man. I mean, like, and I mean, he didn't need an injury exemption or injury card or whatever it's called. I mean, he didn't need that.
Yep. All right. So final thoughts on the PGA. I thought the leaderboard was a little light of some of these stars, and I wasn't surprised necessarily, but I thought we were going to get at least a couple more of those guys. Like, I mean, Rory was right there, right? Yeah, JT. I thought Spieth was going to be up there as good as he's been playing. I thought DJ would make the cut. And I was kind of hoping Scheffler was going to make another run at it, make it fun for us to say, hey, is he the next Tiger? You know, is he next Speed? Who is Scottie Scheffler? But yeah, I thought it could have had some better storylines to it. But yeah, overall, it was fun this weekend, huh?
The Stir Fry Open was a blast. Look at this. Hey, Birdies and Bourbon on YouTube. Yeah,
Nice.
and by the way, if you want to pick up the shirt, or if you want to pick up a hat, just saying.
Nice.
All
right, so we move over to some Jack news.
Hey, let's take a break and be sure to check out the next show. Cheers.
Cheers.